If your club votes on Best Speaker of the Day, Best Evaluator of the Day, there is a digital voting tool in both the app version of Toastmasters and the website version for club web hosting that you may find handy. I find it particularly handy for hybrid meetings because people in person can pull out their phones and vote. People joining on Zoom can also use their phones, but they can use the website link that I might share in the Zoom chat as well. We can try and get everybody voting and all those votes coming into the same vote count and neatly tally it up. And in both modes, you can also set up the ballots. So that's what I'm going to go over now. Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm playing the role of the vote counter. You can see over here in the app, I am signed up as the vote counter in a meeting that has 3 speakers and 3 evaluators assigned so far. And we can see on the right-hand side that the 3 speakers and 3 evaluators, they're in there by default. So it's picking up the information from the agenda, and we just have to confirm it if that information is in fact correct. And of course, sometimes it's not going to be correct because maybe George didn't make it. And so we can take him off the ballot and we can plug in a different member, and we can then publish that. It's not until it's published that it's available for members to vote on. So we can choose from any member in the club to add them to the ballot list. And of course, the speaker and evaluator are kind of easy because they are predefined. They're roles that people do typically sign up for in advance. But for table topics, what I've been doing is as the table topic session goes along, if I am the vote counter, I will add these people one at a time to the digital ballot. And if we get to the point in the meeting where the timer announces that somebody went over time or something was disqualified, then I could take that person off. But I can pick any member who is on the list to add. I can also put in a guest speaker. So I add fabulous guest. I can publish this. And then from there, I would see the votes as they roll in. Now I can get a glimpse at what the ballot looks like for the members of the public by going in and viewing it here. So the regular club members who are voting, maybe I want to vote too, depending on what your club's rules are, whether the vote counter is supposed to vote or the vote counter is just supposed to observe. You can do that as you like. But I could cast my vote. And then I can, by clicking on this little polling icon, I can see what the results are so far. Now, there is also a possibility of setting up custom votes. So again, we could do this either from the app or from the website. I'll show you on the website, but we can set up custom votes. And those can include things like, should we vote in the new members? And maybe you'd put their names here. And we can say that this is going to require a signature. So this is not one that can be anonymous. People's names are going to be attached to this so that the secretary can establish the vote. And in this case, we're just going to make the choices yes, no, or abstain. And we'll say add ballot. It's yes, no, or abstain. Should we vote in the new members? And then we can publish that. And normally the web version at least does allow anonymous voting. So you can copy a link and paste it in the Zoom chat, and guests would be able to vote. If it's something that needs to be attributed to the individual members, then you can specify that signed voting option. For voting on the web, there's a button that says copy voting link. You copy that, you can go into Zoom or your online meeting tool and paste that in. And then other people in the meeting can then click on that link and go ahead and vote. Now again, the default is that it's allowed to be anonymous. So I usually post a note at online presenters meetings saying that guests are welcome to vote, but you can set your own policies for that. Both the app and web versions of the vote counters tool also include this section down the bottom where you can record those other votes that you may have gotten by Zoom chat or a piece of paper passed to you across the room if you're in person. So you can add those in, and those additional votes you've recorded as the vote counter will be then combined with all the individual votes that have come in to give you a nice, neat final tally.